to find out the crosswalks. Okay, let us find out. First, second, are there any crosswalks? Okay, fantastic. Now can you help me to find out the traffic lights? Okay, next. Okay, next. Okay, next. So here what we found is the crosswalks and the traffic lights. So both belongs to the outputs, or what we can call or labels. So when I said you to find out the crosswalks and traffic lights, you used your past experience to find out the crosswalks or traffic lights. That is what called outputs or targets in machine learning. So this is how Google develops a machine learning model. You are giving your labor, helping Google data set to build a robust machine learning algorithm. Now the vehicle, which is built by the Google automated driverless machine learning based vehicle, which is moving, which uses Googlers like us and me and you. It gets trained and then it starts moving. So welcome to the Azure Machine Learning. Before understanding machine learning, we have to know what was the bread and butter of our coders. So earlier what we used to do, we used to get the input data and we used to feed the rules. Then we used to generate the outputs. For example, input data can be 2 plus 3. Rules can be the addition. Okay. So what is the output? 5. Earlier, when we wanted to perform any operations, we used to give the input data and tell the rules. What is the first, second, third, fourth instructions. Then we used to get the output. For example, if you want to multiply, I used to tell 2 into 3. 2 and 3 are inputs. The multiplication symbol is the rule. I am telling multiply two numbers and give me the result, that is 6. But what if the data or the input sizes keeps on increasing? Like if I start giving a single digit, replacing single digit with the million digits, then the program gets complicated. As the size of the inputs started growing, data accumulation started increasing. What is meaning of data accumulation? For example, if you go to a medical shop or anywhere, you give your personal details. That is nothing but the data. That data we call as unstructured data. Data we call as unstructured data. Now, in the machine learning revolution, the elements input, output, rules remain same, but the position changes. Here you see output is here, rules are here. Earlier here you had rules, here you had output. Whereas in machine learning, input, you give the output but you generate the rules. You generate the rules. For example, now what I will say, I will not give 2 into 3. What I will give you, I will give 2, I will give 3, 2 numbers, then I will give output y, x1, x2. Then I will give 3, then I will give 2 here or 3 here, it is 9. Then I will give 4, then I will give 3, here I will give 12. So what a machine does, it go through the instances or examples. These are called as training examples. This is first example, this is second example, this is third example. So it takes input as 2 and 3 and produces output y. Then it goes, it takes input 3 and 3, produces output as 9. It goes to 4 and 3, the output is 12. So it is learning how human learns like that. It is learning and what it is doing, it is finding the pattern. What is the pattern here? Pattern is multiplication of two numbers. So next time you give any number as input, it will produce the output. So there are different types of machine learning. One is supervised machine learning, next is unsupervised machine learning, third is reinforcement learning. These are varying or differ from one another based on the input type and output type. Supervised learning. What is meaning of supervised is there is someone supervising you. For example, I will tell what is the input and what is the output. So if I say this is the image of a cat and this is the image of a dog, I am saying to a machine, I am telling to a machine, I am training the machine, I am telling specifically this is cat and this is dog. I am giving inputs as image, then I am telling the output variables cat and dog. Whereas in unsupervised learning, what happens is we give only input variables. We give only input variables. Like I will give this image. In this image, I will not tell whether this is cat or dog, and I will not tell this also whether cat or dog. Machine itself learns. Machine itself learns. That's why this is called as unsupervised learning. Next, there is something called as reinforcement learning. Here, both input and output are not defined. This is the Azure machine learning ecosystem. You can see the animations here. So there is a provision of workspace, then building the ML model. Building ML model consists of preparing the data, building it, and then creating the model, then evaluating it. Once we develop, then we deploy it as a service for people to use that. So you can see the animations here. Azure machine learning life cycle. The next, there are three main steps here: prepare, experiment, and deploy. This is a preparation of data. Then you build the model using some IDE and algorithm. And then you need to register the model so that people can use it once you deploy. Here you can see the fantastic animations here. So the life cycle is continuous process where you build the model using favorite IDEs and algorithms. Then you deploy it. Then you create an image. You register it. And then you train and test it. So this is a continuous process. So there are three main types how we can design a machine learning service in the Azure. There is a notebooks where you can write the codes using Python language, or you can use the automated train and tune system, or you can drag and drop pipelining system. This enables you to prepare the data, build models, train the models, or you can manage, track and deploy it. Thank you.